Okay, so for activity 4, we're going to be taking advantage of Bootstrap utility tools. It's like it's like the CSS is pre-made for you. As long as you put these classes into the correct position, you can really make some very clean designs very quickly with Bootstrap. So let's get started with it. In our README here, we want to adjust positioning and styling on the page. So it is done when the main content on the page is centered and horizontally vertical and horizontally. Sorry, it is when the page is centered horizontally and vertically. It is done when the background color of the page is dark. It is done when the background color of the form is white, and the text color of the page header is white. So let's get started. They have these comments here that we can follow along with. So let's do that. So add a class to use sizing property to make this div the full height of the viewport. So to do that, we want to do the minimum view height is going to be 100. So full height of the viewport. Luckily, it auto-fills it for us. So right now, no changes yet. The next thing we want to do is apply a dark background, and to do that, we want to do background of dark. There you go, there's the dark background. And use flex property to center align the content on this page. So using the flex property, we can do the flex, so display flex, and we want to just align everything in the center. Okay, it might fix itself as we move along, so let's just move along. Add classes to use the sizing property to make this row the full width of the page, and use flex property to center justify the content. So we have a row already, and we want to do the width of 100 for that row, and that kind of fix that there. And what else? Justify content, center justify content. So all we have to do is just justify content center. And now we have a form in the center. Moving on, we have add a class to center this text and make it white. So we already know that justify content make the text center though. Okay, I thought justify content did that, but let's make the color white. So we need text white, and actually they want the text to be center, so text center as well. So that was white and centered. To apply a white background, and so we can do background white. Rounded corners, and to do rounded corners, it is rounded. Padding and margin on the y-axis, top and bottom. So for that one, we need to do padding of, so we have 0 through 4 here. We'll start with 2 to start, and then we want a margin of 2. Margin on the y-axis. So margin on the y-axis of, let's just do 2 to start, just to see how it looks. We could increase the padding around here to 4. And the margin, let's do 3. Yeah, so the margin around the form and the padding around here to give it some space between the content and the actual edge of it. For the next part, and that's it. That is what we needed to do. We needed to basically take a form that was initially not styled at all, as well as the background, and just clean it up a bit, and just present it to the user in a way that they would want to fill out your form. So let's move on to the final activity, which is jQuery UI.